All right, welcome back to another episode of The Process. This time, something a little different. Let's take a big break from the Photoshop and not the Photoshop. I'm still using Photoshop, but let's sketch an airport using more traditional sensibilities, just like sketching. And so, laying in basic form, again, you know the primitives: square, circle, triangles, cylinders, cubes, pyramids. So these are all the objects that I'm trying to just use to construct this overall basic scene. Now, I usually draw this fast. This is not sped up. Just kidding. Yeah, this is totally sped up like 5 times faster, but I'm just wanting to get this to be a really short, kind of quick look into a sketching process. And if this is something that interests you, let me know in the comments. I would love to do more of these. I particularly like the visual design and language of airports. So now, once I get the fuselage in there and I can get some very recognizable elements like a wing, some shadows and some maybe storage compartments or areas where the luggage would go in. So once I get these kind of basic elements in there, I'm looking at some landmarks, some windows. I'm thinking about it now. I should have just maybe used a better kind of brush, but oh well, using traditional sensibilities, right? Now that I have the basic plane in there and the shadow, I feel like it's more or less the image is getting pretty solidified. And all of these other objects that are around, these movers and trucks and people, especially the people, I like to just draw them as little cones with a little dot on the top of their head to kind of signify that it's a person. One of the things that I want to talk about here is the fact that I like the idea of playing with dark and light shapes. So you can see either I'm drawing a dark silhouette of a person or a lighter silhouette of a person. Maybe it's something that's pronounced in the darks, light over dark, dark over light. Now that I have my initial plane in the foreground, I drew in some perspective lines to sort of get the ground plane to activate so that it looks like it's pretty straight. And I'm just drawing in another airplane in the background, using the same fundamental philosophy of the lighting and the shadows and such. And particularly around objects that are underneath another object, like the engine. The turbine engine is underneath the wing. The wing is attached to the fuselage, and all of those elements can project or cast shadows. And I think it's important to kind of look at those things and try to capitalize on that. But once I get the general look and feel in here, it's just 2 planes, some people, and a couple of trucks that are at different angles. Now, if all the trucks were parked in line with the rest of the planes, it would look a little odd. Now I'm just using a very simple gray, like about a 50% gray, to just add in some form shadows, or even painted areas. Looks like I forgot a shadow up there, so I'm just touching that up, but adding in some additional marks, and we're getting to a point where this sketch is pretty much done. For the sketching portion, it's just something a bit quick. It's about laying it in, getting in the loose information. And so let me know if you would like to see more of this. Thanks again for joining me on another episode of The Process. Catch you later. Thanks.